In this video, I want to talk about some personal finance lessons that have profoundly impacted how I manage my money. These lessons have been instrumental in helping me make wiser financial decisions and improve my overall financial well-being. So, let's jump right into it. Financial discipline. Our first stop on the path to wealth is the domain of financial discipline. It's time to put an end to wasteful spending and seize the advantages of effective monetary management. We all enjoy our vices, whether it's a regular cup of gourmet coffee or the newest technology that claims to make life easier. But if you want to be rich, you need to review your spending patterns. Making thoughtful financial decisions is the objective, rather than leading a life of deprivation. Developing and sticking to a budget is a crucial component of having financial discipline. You may allocate your money properly by keeping track of income, expenses, and savings. The first step is to categorize your costs and list all sources of revenue. Individuals need to determine which expenditures are necessary and which ones are optional, trying to save aside some money each month. Secondly, people should avoid taking up too much debt and come up with proper plans to pay it off. High-interest bills, like credit card debt, should be put first, and in order to lower the sum owed, timely payments need to be made. To reduce interest rates, one has to think about consolidating loans or balance transfers. Bank cards have to be used sensibly with full monthly settlements being ensured. You'll be in a good place to strategically invest money by being organized enough to make debt payments and reaching your financial targets. A professional consultant can assist in developing an investment plan that will maximize income and aid in maintaining long-term stability. So, let's build a solid financial foundation, alleviate stress over money, and improve our situation by putting these methods into practice. Up ahead, what budgeting really is. It is merely the process of making a financial strategy. This entails keeping tabs on your earnings, listing your outgoings, and establishing spending caps for each category. By giving your money a direction, you can be sure that you're making thoughtful decisions about how to spend it. So why create a budget? Well, there are many advantages. First and foremost, it enables you to see your financial condition clearly. It can be used to pinpoint where there's overspending and how costs have to be cut. Budgeting also gives the flexibility to set up monetary goals, such as vacation savings, debt repayment, or emergency fund building. Let's investigate the 50-30-20 guideline and see how it can aid in creating a budget. According to this rule, a person's after-tax income should be divided into three primary categories: needs, wants, and savings. The first group includes necessities, representing about 50% of your revenue. These are the expenses required to sustain quality of life, covering rent, utilities, and food. The second category, involving luxuries or wishes, should account for roughly 30% of the income you make. These are the extra costs that improve your standard living but are not necessary for survival. Dining out, entertainment, and vacations are some examples. The third group focuses on debt repayment and savings. Aim to set aside at least 20% of your monthly earnings for debt repayment, investments, and savings. This way, there's reduction in financial stress and a better position for long-term financial security. Although the 50-30-20 rule is helpful, it's crucial to keep in mind that individual situations could necessitate modifications. For instance, you might need to set aside more than 20% for debt repayment if you have a significant level of loan. Consider techniques like the debt avalanche approach, paying off high-interest loans first, or the debt snowball method, settling the lowest obligations first. Let's explore how this can supercharge your budgeting journey. Setting attainable objectives paves the way for a budget that supports your desires. Here's how it works. You gain motivation and a sense of purpose by setting goals. It's about working towards something worthwhile, not just crunching numbers and keeping track of spending. Regardless of the targets you have, a clear idea of what you want to accomplish makes it simpler to make the required financial compromises and stick to a spending plan. When there's a specific objective in mind, one has to review expenses and decide what is actually necessary. For instance, if saving for a down payment on a home is the aim, then cutting back on discretionary spending is vital. Always remember, turn your ambitions into smaller, more manageable steps by setting reasonable expectations. Figure out how much you need to set aside each month for debt repayment. For instance, if your objective is to pay off $10,000 in credit card debt within a year, it's good to develop a budget that supports your goals and makes them more feasible by breaking them down into doable segments. Now I want to give some strong tips for improving the effectiveness and engagement of your goal-setting process. Do try them out. Think about making a vision board or employing visual reminders of your objectives. Put statements or images on paper that represent targets and display them conspicuously in your home or office. This keeps you focused on them and acts as a daily reminder of why there's a need for budgeting. Discuss your aims with a close friend, family member, or online community. These goals become more real and accountable when you share them. Also, having someone to support and encourage you along the way can add to the experience's interest and enjoyment. Always celebrate your progress and accomplishments. Treat yourself when you make big strides towards your objectives. It may be as straightforward as eating a meal you enjoy or indulging in a modest luxury that makes you happy. Acknowledging milestones inspires and strengthens good financial practices. To keep track of your progress visually, use tools and apps. Numerous budgeting apps offer graphs and charts that display savings or debt repayment progress over time. Seeing your advancements may be very inspiring and can add fun to the entire process. The power of starting early. Your retirement fantasies will soon become a reality as we set off on a trip today. But here's a startling statistic that will astound you. Did you realize that 1 in 3 Americans have zero saved for their retirement? It would be like showing up to a party without any music, which would be a real buzzkill. Let me ask you this. Would you begin packing the night before or months in advance if you were arranging a trip to a tropical paradise? If not, you'll be left with flip-flops and sunscreen but no plane ticket. I hope you said months in advance. The same reasoning holds true for retirement planning. The voyage will go more smoothly the earlier you begin. So, are you prepared to prepare your finances and begin your retirement experience now? You have the best chance of receiving the tastiest hors d'oeuvres and the most comfy seat if you're the first person to arrive at a party. Starting early means giving your money more time to work its magic when it comes to retirement savings. It's like having a personal financial fairy that gives your funds pixie dust so they can increase and multiply over time. Here's another question. Have you ever seen a snowball roll down a hill? It begins little, but as it progresses it grows larger and larger, gaining pace and capturing everyone's attention. Your retirement funds may grow like a snowball over time. The larger your financial snowball, when it comes time to hit the slopes in retirement, the sooner you begin creating it. Saving for retirement early enables your funds to compound and expand enormously, increasing your retirement nest egg. Isn't it fantastic? Starting your retirement savings earlier in life, in your 20s as opposed to your 30s, can result in hundreds of thousands of dollars more in savings by the time you reach retirement, according to data from Fidelity Investments. It's similar to having a growing hoard of cash as your friends try to catch up. The National Institute on Retirement Security also asserts that beginning early is crucial for lowering the possibility of running out of money in retirement. So, let's set the bar high and begin amassing our retirement wealth right away. Here's how it works. By starting your retirement savings early, you give your money the gift of time. It's like using your funds to go for a long time to a tropical paradise. And as we all know, when you're on vacation, your money unwinds, enjoys fruity beverages, and grows like bunnies on spring break. Your friends will be envious of the pina colada-fueled retirement money you'll soon have. The magic of compounding. Now for another snowball example, have you ever seen a snowball sliding downhill? It begins little, but as it continues to roll, it accumulates more snow, grows larger, and achieves an unstoppable pace. My friends, your retirement funds can be that snowball. Compounding takes your initial investment, adds the revenue it generates, and then continues to multiply over time. It's like a financial dance routine that gets your money to boogie. What in the world is compounding? And how does it relate to my retirement savings, you may be thinking? Consider the following scenario. You're at a disco party, and the DJ drops a sick track. You start busting out your moves, and everyone around you can't help but join in. Compounding does just that for your money. It gets everyone on the dance floor. Let's look at a fun example to highlight compounding's mind-boggling potential. Assume you start with $10,000 and achieve a yearly return of 8%. After 10 years, That initial investment will be worth around $21,589. But here's where the wonders happen. After 20 years, it soars to roughly $46,610, and after 30 years, it soars to $100,627. What? That is the magic of compounding at work, transforming a small investment into retirement wealth. Don't underestimate its power. It might be your financial partner for life. Here's the lowdown. Compounding acts like a disco ball, reflecting and amplifying light. It's all about accumulating your money over time when it comes to retirement savings. When you invest your savings, you receive returns, and those returns begin to earn returns of their own. It's like a never-ending dance party where your money continues asking new people to join in. Do you still not believe me? Even the iconic rock band Queen understood the concept of compounding. We will rock you," they famously sung. Compounding does exactly that. It rocks your financial world. The longer you play it, the louder and more extravagant your retirement party will become. Up ahead, pay yourself first. Brace yourselves as we now move on to the next habit. This involves changing your thinking and prioritizing financial well-being in addition to simply conserving money. Stay tuned for an eye-opening experience. Paying yourself first entails treating investments and savings as necessary but non-negotiable costs. Every time you get paid, it's like giving yourself a raise. Set a specified percentage or quantity of your earnings that will automatically save in order to develop this habit. Don't worry, it doesn't have to be a lot. This amount can be in the range of 10% to 20%, depending on one's objectives. Put the money into different savings accounts by setting up automatic transfers. Here's the truth. By paying yourself first, you're putting together a safety net for your well-being and laying the groundwork for riches. This creates the option to no longer depend on the money left over at the end of the month. When life throws you a curveball, you won't need to use credit cards or accrue debt. Paying yourself first helps build a financial cushion that will act as a shield from stress and provide the assurance needed to face life's difficulties. The peace of mind that possessing an emergency fund brings is priceless. If you enjoyed watching this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for more finance-related content. I appreciate your feedback. Please comment below on any specific personal finance topics you would like me to cover in future videos. If you have any money-related questions or need assistance, feel free to share them. I value and welcome your suggestions. Also, hit that notification bell so you never miss new videos and financial tips. Help me spread the word by sharing this video with your friends and family if you found it helpful. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate every one of you. I'll see you in the following video. Until then, remember to take control of your money so it doesn't control you. Bye for now.